Perseus and Medusa, a hero's journey. In the time of monsters, mythical beasts, and the oracle, King Acrisius went to the oracle in Argos to foretell his future. Acrisius, you will be slain by your grandson. No, that can't be. It is. The oracle has spoken. Acrisius rushed home. He shut his only daughter, the beautiful Danae, up in a tower room. And then the unthinkable happened. Now, most of you know that Zeus has come to seduce young maidens in many forms and many guises. Sometimes he comes as a swan, and you'll hear that later tonight. And other times as a bull. I don't think you're going to hear that story tonight. But he came in a unique form. He came in the guise of a shower of gold. Very unusual. She was alone in her room. She began to feel very peculiar. Danae noticed little changes. And then, in 9 months, she had a baby boy. A beautiful baby boy, hale and hardy, whom she called Perseus, and she loved him. The king was more than troubled. He couldn't slay them and have their blood, his next of kin, on his hands. He got a chest and made a plan to set them upon the sea. He locked them in. And took them to the shore. He set them out. It was a peaceful sea. And then a squall took the waves and tossed them here and there and everywhere. And they would have capsized, save for the attentions of a maternal and kindly whale. Who deposited them on the shore of a nearby island. They lived. They were caught in a net. Oh my, sodden, but they lived. A fisherman called Dictys took them in, and he and his wife cared for the baby and Danae. All was well for a while. Now, the baby, of course, started to grow. And he was a very beloved baby who grew into a toddler and then grew to be a protective youth. Now, there was a king on this island, Polydectes. He was somehow related to the fisherman family. And when Perseus was almost a man, he had a confrontation over the attentions that Polydectes showed to his mother. Now, Danae shunned his attentions, and Perseus objected, and it made him a marked man. I'll get that boy off the island for good. And he contrived a big plan to have a faux marriage and a huge feast and invite all. Now, it was the tradition on the island to give extravagant gifts, and people came with the promise of olive groves and orange groves and fig groves and bags of gold. Perseus had nothing. King, I have my word, and I'll bring you whatever you want.
Whatever I want? Bring me the head of the Medusa.
That was a chorus of Greek gasps. Well, everyone knew that if you looked at the Medusa, you would be turned to stone. And so Perseus went to the oracle. Perseus, you want to know where the Medusa is. First, you must go to the nymphs. They'll give you significant gifts. What? Where? Why? How? What? Perseus, the oracle has spoken. And so it had. So Perseus went and sat down on a rock, feeling a bit forlorn and alone, but oh, wait. He sensed a presence. He wasn't really alone at all. Perseus, you're my boss now. Yeah, I'm Hermes. Yeah, messenger to the gods, and I've been sent to help you. Well, yeah, I know where the nymphs are, and come along, we'll do this. And so Perseus followed his winged guide, and they went along in incredible circumstances. Oh my, you know that it was hotter than hot and colder than freezing, but after all, this is a hero's journey. And they got to the land of the nymphs. These nymphs were dryads. Perseus, we've been expecting you. We have your gifts. The Medusa? No. Ooh, we don't know where she is, but you must go to the Gray Eye, the three Gray sisters. They'll know. They know everything. Ugh, they've been gray since birth. Be well, Perseus, be brave. Sounds enigmatic, doesn't it? But together with the gifts, they made their way. And oh, the gifts were just amazing. There was the dogskin cap of Hades, the helmet of invisibility. It fit perfectly. And then there was something from Hermes that he'd entrusted to the nymphs. The golden sandals of flight, sure to be helpful. And last but not least, there was the magic pouch. And this was going to be the container for the head of the Medusa. Oh my, could be a big head. They went along. They flew over glaciers. They hung by their fingernails over mist-shrouded crags. And then in the distance, they saw the land of the Gray Eye, the Gray sisters. Did I tell you that they're querulous and not well liked and frankly, weird? They shared among them one eye and one tooth.
I want my tooth. I'm hungry.
I want my eye. Ladies, when I count to three, exchange. And in the swap, Perseus grabbed the eye and the tooth.
I want my eye. I want my tooth.
I'll give them back. You need to be peaceful, and I want to know where the Gorgon Medusa lives. Oh, her. Yes, her. Well, she lives far away over there, and near where the Atlas stands, and then on a beach, and the beach looks like the Riviera, and you must kill her quickly before her sisters catch you. They are vengeful. Goodbye, Perseus. Be brave. So Perseus and Hermes went all the way to the end of the earth, near where Atlas stands. And when they came to the beach, why, it did look like the Riviera, and they saw all kinds of statues of people frozen and animals and things. And oh yeah. Well, it was time to go to bed, and they needed their rest. They had a most surprising and wonderful visitor. Perseus, the gods favor you. I favor you. I'm Athena, goddess of wisdom, and I've come to give you some. Yes, I have. And Hermes, he was a gift from me. So here's everything you need to know about the Medusa. Well, one, she was an attractive woman, and she dared to compare her beauty to me. Oh, such a mistake. You'll see. Anyway, she's mortal, and you must kill her quickly. Don't look at her. You must see her only in the reflection of my shield, which I will give to you. Ah, those two sisters are immortal. Watch out. Go well, favored one. She left, and left her shield. Now, I think everyone knows that Medusa's an early riser. And so Hermes and Perseus set out early in the morning to go down to the beach. And she was getting ready for her day. Yes, it's going to be a pretty big day. Oh, my. Oh, I have to restyle my snakes. Perk up. I'll just wait here for my first visitor. So there she was, caught reclining while nude, and she hears footsteps. Perseus had come up. I hear my first visitor. You killed our sister. Give us the head back. You killed our sister. We want the head back, back, back. Oh, what a morning. Well, as they made ready to go, Hermes bade Perseus goodbye, congratulated him. The mission was accomplished. And so Perseus went by as fast as he could, all the way to the island of Seriphus. He went right away to the house of Dictys and his wife. She was not there. They had been threatened. He found her clinging to the statue of Athena, and he brought her into the convent of Athena for safekeeping. And then he went straight away to the palace with his gift.
Back so soon, Perseus? You failed, didn't you?
Why, no, I didn't fail. In fact, I have your gift here, nicely packaged. And oh, Polydectus was already looking in the bag. Whoa! He was frozen into stone, as was the court. The Medusa's head had power still. Now he went back to the convent to get his mother. Now, this is a plot point which I know is arguable. None of the versions say that she stayed at the convent, but I want to give her agency And I think she wanted to stay at the convent. And so he kissed his mother goodbye and went off home to Argos by himself. Meanwhile, at Argos, King Acrisius had heard of the imminent return of Perseus and had fled. Well, ever the competitor, Perseus, stopped at a city called Larissa, whose king was holding an Olympic game. He entered the discus throw. It was a hot, steamy day. It went wild into the crowd and hit a spectator. Who is that? That's Acrisius, king of Argos. He's visiting. He's been struck dead. Dead. And so the prophecy of the oracle came true.